Hi everyone. Today I will be presenting a presentation for the productivity application for the IT 602 class research seminar. And today I'll be presenting on an application called Ifttt, which means if this then that. This application was created by a group of friends and was released in San Francisco. This application also has a mobile version which you can use from both the iOS and the Android version. I'll basically tell you what Ifttt is and how it works before I go into a small demo to do what it does. Ifttt works on the premises of bridging applications that are not related in any way together so they could work perfectly. So that means that I could make applications that do not even have any relationship together work based on some conditions. Ifttt from the word if there, which is similar to the if condition in programming. That means if something happened, then execute this. So it's also called, it's a great example of trigger-based programming, which means that when this particular condition is met, a trigger is fired and an action is executed. A good example would be like when I update a picture to Facebook, do the same thing for Twitter. When I do this thing on this service, do the same thing elsewhere too. So in this trigger-based programming, it would use a particular set of conditions, which are also called the applets or the conditional statements. They are called applets or services. And if you look while I scroll down, you will see a couple of applets or services, and you will see that they're telling you what they will or can do. I will execute a couple of them and show you how it works and what they do. So everything you're seeing here are different applets. I would open the Discover tab to show you that it's telling you that like these are the different applets that we have, that you can discover different applets that this Ifttt can do. So what it's saying is that if something happens in this application, which is the condition for this trigger to be fired. We could say, like an example in a database table, if there is an insert on this database table, then fire a trigger and execute this action, maybe print out a message or do something or send an email to the database administrator or something. It's quite similar to what happens here. If this happens in this particular application, do this too. But in this search, you will see that they have a couple of nice stuffs here, and they are grouped according to what they do. So when you see the appliances, the blinds, the blogging, bookmarking, business tools, and all other ones, what is just trying to tell you that these are particular applets that relate to these services. And one very, very remarkable thing about the Ifttt, which full meaning is if this, then that, is that it can do a lot of automated stuff. So that means you don't have to bother about some repetitive tasks. That means you can automate some repetitive tasks. That means you can tell it by 7 o'clock in the morning, mute my phone. At 8 o'clock in the morning, do this for me. When I do this, do that. When this condition is met, fire this trigger and execute this action. And the most fascinating thing I found about this is that this application is very compatible with devices in the Internet of Things. That means smart devices that we have these days. It's unfortunate I'm not rich enough to buy a Google Assistant or an Amazon Alexa that I could use to test this thing for you, to show you that it could connect multiple devices together. But the little ones that I could do, I could get done, I would show you how I did them and what I did to them. So in this case, you will see, I will do some for you. You will see that we have things like as fascinating as connected car. So that means you could even activate some services on your car based on some conditions. I would open the BMW Labs. So this is one of the conditions. It says a warm welcome home. Open the garage door when your BMW enters the driveway. I would explain something real quick here. When your BMW enters the driveway is the if condition here. Open the garage is the action that executes. The if condition here is what happens. If you open, let's open this applet and let's see the information. Say automatically open the garage door when you're near. So that means you would probably have, let me open this now. Let me turn it on. Oh, sorry, it's probably because I don't have anything, but I'll open some that I have access to. So it will tell you that which service are you connected to, or which device are you connected to that can sense when your car is coming in. And that smart device that you're connecting to at that time, this application, so far as registered to it, would fire that stuff, and when your car is close by, it would open the garage. I would go back and see if I can find some other ones that are really nice. Like some, you could even go as good as opening your blinds. Philips Hue, they are the smart lights that we have these days. And you could connect with the app and say, okay, when this happens, turn my light dim or turn my light bright or something. But because I don't have any of those smart devices to connect to, I will use the ones that I can easily relate to. And those are the ones that are my applet. Like when I arrive at work, this one uses mute my Android location when you arrive at work. So that means when I arrive at work is the if condition and the action to be executed is mute my Android phone. But because I am not in the location that I set for work, if I go in here, you will see that it will tell me to go into settings. So it needs to tell me that this is my work location, right? This is not my correct work location anyway. That's not correct. It means I don't use that trigger. I would go back. That applet, I mean. So it also says backup new texts you receive into a Google spreadsheet. I will demonstrate that for us here. Let me open a Gmail. So anytime I receive a text, which is the if condition, the action to execute is that they should put it on my Google Drive folder, and I will demonstrate that for us right here. Hope this stuff goes fast. Okay, I'll open my Google Drive folder and try to send myself a text. Trying to send myself a text with a friend's phone. So I already sent myself a text that way. I should be able to receive it. So I'm looking in the SMS folder. If I receive the text, so the moment I receive the text, you should be able to put it in my folder. Okay, I already received the text on my phone. I will check my Ifttt folder here. And if we check SMS here, you see these are the ones that I've received today. I will scroll down. I hope nobody's reading my text. I'm trying to look down for the recent one I just received right now. Okay, my computer is freezing up. I'll probably ignore it now. Let me try and reopen it. Okay, this is my text. All the text that I receive on my phone is automatically synced here. And if you see, this is the text I received today on the 16th of November, which somebody sent to me. This is November 16, 2016. That means every text that I receive at the time is synced here. And this is one of the applets, very great applets that work. And also when I get home, my phone sends me a welcome message. And anytime my phone battery is low, which is the if statement, it sends me an SMS. And I have one here that says back up my new photos to Google Drive. I will take a photo right away where I'm having this presentation, and you would see it right on my Google Drive. So that's telling you that anytime you execute an action, it would put it there. So this is me trying to take the photo for the presentation. Yep, I just had a photo snapped, and if I check my Google Drive, I should find the photo right here. So if I go to my drive and check photos, okay, I'm waiting for it to sync. Okay, I've not seen the synced photo yet, but normally when I take any picture, this is where it puts everything. And as you can see, these are all November 16 photos. That means they are all the ones I took today. Then I'm also trying to look for the last one, which is the greatly usable one that I use. It said anytime my Android phone charges, it should log the entry into a spreadsheet. That means if my Android phone charges, logging into a spreadsheet is the action. If my Android phone charges, is the premise then, is the applet then. So I'll check my drive and see if I have that. Android battery, Android battery. So this is the one I just charged right now. Okay. Okay, this is the one I just charged right now, and it can even tell me if I charged it with the AC or the USB, and it will tell me the percentage my phone was while I started charging. So these are the different things that can be done with this wonderful application. So, and the good part about it is that it can work with Internet of Things. That means it can work with your smart light in the house. You can say when the light is dim and the sensor in the house can sense it, just do this. So far, you can connect that particular application to this online, or you have an online account for it with which you can communicate with that account. Then you can control it and make it work. It works well, and it does a whole lot of wonderful things. Thank you very much for your time, and if you have any questions, you can reach out to me.